Hey folks, this is Rob Tiffany with your IoT Minute. I'm reporting live from Microsoft Build 2018. I'm in Seattle. You know what? There are so many announcements from Microsoft around IoT, machine learning, AI, microcontrollers. It's just amazing. It's overwhelming. I'm going to walk around the expo floor here a little bit just to give you some insight into what's going on here. You can see here stuff around industrial IoT, connected factory, done a lot of work with OPC guys. Things that used to be called IoT Suite are now Solution Accelerator, and they've added something called a connected factory. What's really interesting is this new innovation here you may have heard of. It's called Azure Sphere. I'll let you look at the kind of the demo wall here for it. The takeaway with Azure Sphere, it's actually some of my good friends from my old embedded days, back in the CE days. These guys have been working secretly to build a totally secure microcontroller, a small MCU that is completely locked down, completely secure, like in ways you could have never imagined. The opportunity for developers, and you'd be doing C code in these things, but the opportunity for developers, I think we're talking around 8 to 9 billion of these tiny little MCUs ship every year. It's just huge. There's so much opportunity, compared to things like PCs or phones and stuff like that. So that's huge. You should definitely take a look at it. I think that's kind of the next generation on the really tiny things, like these little microcontrollers, one little system module. Let's see, behind me over here, we got IoT Central. That's a total SaaS offering. Literally, you don't have to do anything. You just get it up and running, configuring. It's just mindless, just like a SaaS web thing. Super simple. Let's keep cruising around. I think the other big stuff here I want to talk about is what you got with Windows 10 IoT Core and IoT Enterprise. The good stuff around here is that now you've got a great ML platform running on Windows 10 IoT Core and Enterprise to execute your ML models at high speed. It's done a great job of just using whatever kind of GPU you have. You don't even have to think about it. It's not your typical, I got to hard code stuff for a bunch of NVIDIA GPUs to get some performance. It works with whatever you got, DirectX 12, and makes that stuff happen. So that's really exciting for Windows to make that a great platform to execute ML out of the edge. And then speaking about the edge, edge devices, we've got IoT Edge. Let me walk around here to get to that. It's getting a little crowded, as you might imagine.
It's crazy fast. This is using only the CPU, FPGA. The use case here is to detect anomalies.
So Azure IoT Edge, as you can imagine, think about little bigger edge gateway devices. Could be something bigger, like when you think of from the consumer perspective, a Raspberry Pi, but bigger than that. It could be a PC, a ruggedized PC. It could be as big as you need it to be. The takeaway with IoT Edge is getting a lot of those cloud capabilities out in that edge area, near your devices, near your machines, especially if you need to be kind of the data doesn't leave my factory scenario, or it's running on my bullet train. So here's the takeaway. It's all a container-based system. Models are trained up in the cloud. You still kick things off with IoT Hub, Azure IoT Hub, to get that security, authentication, all that kind of fun stuff, and telemetry. And then ML stuff, streaming analytics stuff, whatever it is you want to do in the cloud, it puts those, once you got them figured out, trained, things like that, it puts them in containers and pushes them down to IoT Edge, where they can execute locally on smaller devices. And also when you're running with a Windows 10 IoT Core or Enterprise in this case, or larger with FPGAs, the performance is just super extreme. So IoT Edge is a great way to get some of that cloud capability down on your devices, down on your edge gateway. And then here's the other cool big announcement that happened while we're here, is Microsoft's completely open sourced Azure IoT Edge. So that's a good win for everybody. And just in case you're worried about it being a lock-in to IoT Hub, while obviously it works best with that, it's totally open source and it's designed. If you want it to work with another back-end system, another cloud provider, you can absolutely do that. Anyway, I'd say the big takeaway from this event is definitely huge doubling down by Microsoft on IoT. You probably heard they're going to invest another $5 billion in IoT, in addition to the billions they've already invested. IoT Hub is coming to Azure Stack, so for larger deployments where you have a whole huge Azure Stack infrastructure running privately, you can get IoT Hub here. Microsoft's heading that way. So just tons of announcements. It's all about ML, making it easier. There's even ML.net. So it works with TensorFlow, works with a lot of other libraries. So anyway, it's all good. It's a lot of AI. It's a lot of ML. It's making it easy. It's making, I think, Windows more relevant. Obviously we're all running it on our desktop, but repositioning it is a great high-performance ML execution platform at the edge is a great thing. And so anyway, it's looking good. They're really doubled down. Anyway, that's all I got. If you like the video, give me a like and subscribe. I'm out.